Hi Instagrammers, hi YouTubers, hi Facebookers, how are you? I hope you are well and I hope you had a good new year. Welcome back to the show. Now that's a brief introduction done. It's done slickly, kind of like as professional as you're going to get out of me. Now it's just rambling crap. So switch off if you don't want to hear rambling crap. So what is this year going to bring? Well, I made predictions I think last year and was it last year? Or was it the year before? I didn't go over my. I should have gone over and checked. I think it was the year before last. It was 2019. I made some predictions and hopes for the new year, and back then I was originally planning to do a sort of like a news channel thing for YouTube, but because of COVID and a financial crisis that I found myself in because of certain people, institutions, departments of government. It didn't get off the ground and it never happened. I don't know if the plan will ever will. I don't know. I'm not going to talk about what the plan was, but it was a sort of like a news current affairs thing for the community, but UK based. That was what I was planning to do, but COVID's kind of got in the way, and then government kind of got in the way. So yeah, that's what I was hoping for back in 2019, and then look what happened. Yeah. So it's hard to make predictions for this year ahead of us, 2022. It could be the year that COVID burns itself out. It may do. The Omicron variant is more transmissible and more infectious, but less deadly, less harmful. You're less likely to go to hospital. You're less likely to have debilitating illness from it. So maybe it's burning itself out. We will wait and see. Check it this time next year. For me personally, this year is going to be very interesting because, as I've said in the last video before Christmas, that I'd been invited on to Southampton Pride's committee. And it's an interesting year for Southampton, not because I'm on the committee. It's because this year we're having two Pride events in Southampton. There will be the People's Pride in June of this year, 2022, and there will be Southampton Pride on the bank holiday, as it always is, I believe, in the August of this year. So it will be interesting to see how the two prides marry up. If they do marry up, it'll be interesting to see how, if they bounce off each other, if they learn from each other, if they get into a coexisting sort of cooperative phase, or whether they, I don't know, there's an anti feeling amongst some aspects of the prides and they never get together. But I hope as a committee member we can kind of bring them together, because diversity is a good thing to have in the city, and the more prides the merrier. I personally support the idea of a trans pride in Southampton. I know some people will say, oh, that's just a fashion craze. No, it's because as you've seen from my videos, if you've watched the previous Southampton Pride events, you will see that the trans contingent, as it were, at Southampton Pride is huge. It's massive. I mean, to some degree, it kind of, I don't know. To me, it seems like it dwarfs the LGB part of the LGBTQ community in Southampton, because there are just so many trans people with so many trans pride flags everywhere, and it's a lot of young people, a lot of Zoomers and kids in school. So it's like maybe that's what Southampton needs. It needs a pride event for the trans community in Southampton, because there are just so many of us in this city. That goes for the fact that this city is a university city. I've got something in my teeth. We have two major universities in the city, and so that also brings an aspect of queer culture to the city as well, from the students alone. So yeah, it's a big growing community in Southampton, and although you don't often see it or notice it when you walk down the street, unless you're really paying attention, it's there, and it's quite big when it comes out in force for a Pride event. So it'll be interesting to see how People's Pride goes down. As I say, it's going to be in June, I think. And it'll be interesting to see if it's well attended, how it goes down, what they offer, what they do different from Southampton Pride. And it'll be interesting to see the so-called political aspect of this particular People's Pride. The original idea, I think the original concept of People's Pride was to be a political aspect for the community, opposed to what People's Pride saw as the corporatisation of Southampton Pride. I can see where they're coming from, but it's sort of like a misunderstanding of kind of what Southampton Pride is doing. But more on that later in a different vlog to come when But People's Pride was seen as the political aspect, and they are going to still do some political aspects to it, even though it's officially a charity. And if anybody knows who's worked with charities before, charities can be very particular about the messaging. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how People's Pride overcome that political aspect, that charitable aspect to their organisation, and how the politics unfolds on the day and how it develops. Now, they've already held a queer lunch for Christmas in Southampton, People's Pride. It went down very well. It was very well attended. A dozen or so people attended. That was good to see. And they're also back in the city centre on their market stalls, I think, which is good to see as well. Their presence in the high street and in above bar as a stall when the markets are on in the centre of the city have been invaluable to some people in the community. And I may go into detail about what lockdown has done for the community and people of gender variant identity in a later vlog to come. I've got some lined up. I've got some ideas for some vlogs to come, so look out for that. So the marrying of the two prides and how they will go alongside each other in that summer month, that'll be interesting to see. I kind of hope they're all very successful, and I hope everything goes well for both of them, especially seeing as I'm on the committee as well for Southampton Pride, and I don't want it to be a screw up on my first stage, and I don't think it will. It goes from strength to strength every year. It's just brilliant every year, so it can only go up and up. What else is happening this year? Well, there's a few things going on. I'm hoping to develop this channel more. You all know about algorithm manipulation on the internet and on YouTube. If I compare the three channels I'm on, which is Instagram, Facebook and YouTube, I get more views for particular videos I do on Facebook and Instagram than I do on YouTube. In fact, on YouTube, I'm kind of wondering what is the point, because it is so closed and restricted. I mean, no one sees my videos. Most of my subscribers tell me they don't get a notification when I drop a video. They just come across it when they're searching through their subscription, if that. I have 39 subscribers as I currently say this. It fluctuates between 40 and 39 over a period of about a month. Never goes up above 40, never goes down below 39. It floats around there. I get a subscriber, I lose a subscriber, and then it stays dormant. But they defunded all political content, and this is politics as well as it is about the queer community. So I'm going to try and develop more videos. Technically wise, I'm on a benefits, so the idea of getting a PC for a start is way off my budgetary level. So the idea of putting captions and stuff into the videos and doing little things like that, I can only do so much as my phone will allow me. So I'm going to try and develop iMovies a bit more and experiment around with it and see if I can do a bit more to give you a bit more content and a bit more diversity, rather than just me standing in front of you for 15 minutes spouting bullshit. Yes. I'm gonna try to do more videos than once a month, because I'm no ContraPoints or Philosophy Tube, and I shouldn't be doing videos once a month. I should be doing more content, because as my late brother said to me, content is king. Content. So if you think I do this for clicks and views, you're wrong, because if I did, I'd have given up by now, because I'm lucky if one of my videos hits 100 views. I get some love and I get some likes, so please, if you're watching this, please like, share and subscribe. I don't really care much about YouTube much. I'm going to post videos on it as I do on the other two platforms, but I'm not going to push it. I'm not going to do my site into a format. YouTube is just somewhere else I post. Instagram is where I get a lot of traction for my videos, although, as I say, none of them have made 100 views yet, but they're doing far better on Instagram TV and Facebook than they do on YouTube. So I will try to do more content for you. I will try to bring you more news and debate, and I will try to keep you more engaged as possible. I will try to talk about more transitional issues and stuff affecting me as a trans woman. I don't necessarily too much talk about my personal life, because that's what a lot of trans content creators do anyway, and I don't know if that's what you come to watch. I mean, the views I've done, the videos if you may see on the YouTube channel that have the most views are Detransition and Me, which is a kind of like a it's clickbait headline, but if you watch the video you'll realise it's not what it seems. And the one about the LGB Alliance launch, they've both had like over 500 views each, pushing 1,000 on both of them, and that is just me personally as a trans woman issues and politics. So maybe the combination of the two might get me a bit more traction on YouTube, but I'm not really fast. Not on YouTube. I'm not really impressed with YouTube much. It's like, it's really crappy now, isn't it? It's like I mean, at the moment I've got Claire M. Barker on my TV. I've just discovered her on YouTube, and all I've done is I've typed into YouTube UK trans, and then a stream of videos and news articles have come up. But most of it is all mainstream news articles. Very rarely in this selection I've gone through so far have I come across a creator like me. I've come across two, and they get about as many views as I do. They seem all right. They seem like good creators, but maybe it's just so niche that I don't know. But that's, yeah. So I said it was going to be rambling bullshit, as I said, because it's the new year and I wanted to get a video out there, and I didn't really want to come on and wish you all a happy new year, because it is the weekend after the new year, and wishing somebody a happy new year after a certain amount of time gets a bit old and stale and people don't like it. So I hope you had a good new year. I hope you had a good Christmas. Mine was a bit mixed, especially if you were following me online, you would know. So I hope you're looking forward to this year, whatever it may bring, whether it be another COVID year or maybe the end of COVID and the end of lockdowns and restrictions. Maybe it will, and we'll all go back to having our brains mashed. It'll be interesting to see how the year unfolds. I hope I can do a good turn for Southampton Pride. I'm going to put all my effort into it and really give it a go, and I hope that I can achieve with the ideas I've got for the Pride this year. I hope I can, nod and a wink, I hope I can extend it out and give it a new flavour, a new mix to it that it's not necessarily previously had so far. Just a little pepper flavouring to the already very nice curry brewing up in the pot. That is Southampton Pride. Thank you very much for watching. If you've made it this far, thank you very much for staying. I hope you're well. I hope you had a good new year, and I will see you very shortly. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you all soon. Goodbye.